Alright, welcome back to another league race. This time we're with TMC and TWL. This time we are in Bahrain, so dry race, obviously. Heading into this one now, I don't know where my pace would stand up. Here we are on the first lap of mediums, or sorry, the second lap of my first run. This is the second lap on mediums. 27.6. I was really happy with that lap on mediums. Like, I thought that was one of my better laps I've done on the medium tyre, definitely. Because, yeah, I mean, Bahrain is up and down track for me, but I actually think in more recent times it's come on my better tracks. Anyways, we're going to have some live radio.
I'll go out now, actually, in case I mess it up.
Oh shit, I've spun.
Hey. Hey.
How have I spun on my in lap?
Easy. Going too slow, you might spin.
How does that even work? For some sake. Oh, that's so embarrassing.
I don't know. What did you spin?
Turn 12.
How did you keep spinning there?
I don't know. Like, I don't normally spin. Like, I was on an in lap. I wasn't even pushing. Like, kind of. But,
Oh, boy.
so that was kind of funny. I thought I'd throw that in there, but Bahrain's one of those tracks I think it's actually become one of my better tracks of late. So, anyways, good lap on mediums, but of course we're not going to finish on these mediums. And here we go then. I did want to do a super soft run. I was going to do a soft run at the end. Qualifying's over now. Checker flag is out, and I had a bit more time in this lap. But despite that, I'm going to come across a set of flipping. I thought a 26.6, or sorry, 26.8 on soft. I thought that was a fantastic lap. That's one of the best laps I've done on soft. Anyways, more live radio.
I thought I nailed that lap, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm extremely content with my time.
Oh, look at me, you and Darren.
And throw Kerosene Kevin to the mix area. You've only 300 ahead of Stephen there.
Yeah.
I'm like, what, 13,000, 14,000 behind you.
Like, that is the best lap I've ever done for 17th place.
That's the best lap I've ever done on softs.
Yeah, same.
I would have been 4th on the supers, so.
I would have been 4th as well, Matt.
I was 7 and a bit tenths up, so I would have got a 25, like 25.90 something.
Yeah, I
so
think
the
I
question is,
26.1. So, I said that wasn't my best ever lap of qualifying. Definitely my best round Bahrain ever. I was only good enough for 17th place on softs. I think, look, I'm in the party. You can say, I tell you what, obviously Scuba, Matt. I think all three of us could have easily been in the top 10 if we'd done supers, but we did want to play the long game. I didn't want to start on the supers, so. But I think I definitely could have done a high or a low 26 at the very least. I think had I got on supers, and that would have put me well up the field. You can see on the grid there. So. It wasn't a matter of playing the long game. 17th place isn't fantastic, and there are a lot of, like, there's likes of ZR Mercedes behind, the F1 Alonso, Perpetual Mobile's got a qualifying ban. Arguably, I am the slowest driver on this grid. There's all because the full 20 of us today here. Now, obviously, I didn't set my fast time on supers, so obviously my grid position doesn't reflect it. But I probably am one of the slowest on the grid here. So. But you know, competition is fierce, man. So, anyways, I actually made a late decision to start on the mediums instead of the softs. I was originally going to start on the softs, but I thought late on, maybe I'll go on mediums, go long, and see how we got on near the end of the race. So, pace is going to be dog at the start, but at the end, should be pretty decent. So. Let's see how we get on, shall we? Anyways, here we go. Formation lap is done. There, our teammate is in front of us. 5 red lights. And away we go. Average enough start. Initial traction on Matt was good, but he gives a pull away here. I'm not sure if he's got an overtake on. Extremely cautious into turn 1, as always. You can see ZR Mercedes on my right-hand side. I nip to the outside. Darren Sinclair, I think he's going to get pinched, I think, and that's who we get by here. You can see this behind us. Again, I'm going extremely tentative. Start here, heading up the hill. Darren Sinclair's right behind. I thought he may have gone for a move, because I actually put down into medium deployment, but left him the space on the inside just in case. He wanted to have a late one there, just in case. But you see, he's just going to tiptoe through the field. Matt is in front here. A little bit of contact there from ZR Mercedes, just had to correct the steering. So, but thankfully no harm done there. Again, Matt, a little deep there. I thought I might be able to nip him around the outside, but not to be. So we're going to just settle into P16 here. Just one place made up off the grid. Not kind of to be expected on mediums, to be fair. So this was all about going long. It was all about the long game. I knew this was going to be a long stint heading into it, but actually as the race went by, it wasn't too bad in the end. So I was happy enough with that. But lap 2, you see kind of just settling in. Matt's going to get a pretty poor run out. You kind of lose the back end out of turn 2, and it's going to put me right alongside the half to turn 3. I did not put into rich or high. Why, I'm not too sure, because I did decide to fight this one, see if I could try and get up the inside, but I got a bit too much on the curb, and Matt had the preferable outside line, so he kept that position. So that was an interesting little exchange there. I don't know why I didn't go up to high and rich, but anyways, probably for the best. Lap 2, you can see I've gone extremely defensive already. See our Mercedes is coming. I'm going to try and drift back over safely towards the racing line to keep the inside. But he's just a bit too far ahead of me at the exit of turn 1, and then positions his car well, and I have to back out. I'm not going to really shove my car there. Again, I tried to fight it coming up the hill, but I'm just not far enough alongside to really justify a dive. So I left. Again, got too much on that curb at turn 4. Didn't do myself a ton of favours. There goes ZR Mercedes into 16th place then. Lap 4, Perpetuum Mobile is behind me now, and I got defensive head into turn 1, so I'm losing a lot of positions here. He's actually going to get a really good run around the outside there. He's going to get that move done. So, and again, look, oh, it was dangerously close to desync there. I had to get out of it. I knew that would have been disastrous, and that puts me in the danger of Darren Sinclair, who's on softs. So I had to be careful. He's going to have better traction, and I'm going to be side by side with Darren heading through turn 5 and 6, but he just had the better. I was just in a bad place. Like, he's just not in the place you want to be really through that section. He's got better tyres and he's quicker, so we lost that position. So we were dropping rapidly down the field, and now we're in 19th place with our former teammate F1 Alonso behind. So, and I was chatting to him before this race, and he said he wasn't too confident because he didn't like his pace around this place. So, but you know, you can see. I think you can see the great respect that. I think it seems like he has respect for me, because I think he could have easily, if he wanted to, pop down the inside there, but decided not to. And I have a great amount of respect for Chris as well. So, but it's funny how kind of, we're in 17th and 18th because some people have pitted, but really this is 19th and 20th we're fighting for effectively right now. Lap 7 though, I'm going to try fight this one a bit more. I was actually afraid I almost came back into his line there, but he does get by. He actually whirls by in the end. So, bit of a lock up. But he's going to still have the line to get a good run out of turn 1, and there you go. That is him up into 14th place now. Just more people kind of coming into the pits now, replacing those supers with the softs or mediums, as the case may be. Some did go for softs, go for the 2-stop, and these are the people who we'd be battling later on. So lap 10. A couple of people have come into the pits. Paco's into the pits. We're up into 11th place. Kind of 1.8 seconds behind F1 Alonso, so we're kind of falling back a bit. There's a bit of a train up ahead as Kyle's tried to fight on those. I think he's on supers, I think, or softs. Not too sure, but anyways, lots of people coming into the pits lap 12. I think there's more so the softs. There's more of the soft runners coming in. The supers have come in. A couple of people have retired. Dekeepa was absolutely exploded by Paco, who left the session and left the league. Kyle left as well, so. Anyways, quite enough stint. We're up into 5th place. People are on the mediums who pitted begin to catch us. So coming into the pits now, lap 16, the stint is done. I switched the wings to 2, you can see here. So you see Matt there in the pits who's just been held. So him and Scuba were both held. So anyways, we're going to the softs. We changed the wing, give ourselves a bit more straight line speed, and now the softs can easily go to the end from here, and I don't need the extra grip because the mediums weren't obviously. At the beginning race, you kind of need more grip in the front. You need more front wing because the mediums aren't as good for initial turn-in. But that stint actually did not last as long as I thought it would, to be fair. I thought it actually went by quicker than I thought, because, you know, there's some tracks where you kind of you settle in for the long stint. You know it's going to be a long stint. Like 16 laps on mediums around Bahrain is not too bad. They actually worked out quite nicely in the end. I wasn't losing too much time. I was actually getting a little bit of time, I think, at the end of that stint even. So. Anyways, we're in P17. Kerosene Kev is on old mediums, and he is 4.5 seconds up the road. So that's our target, our next target. You can see quite a little cluster of cars there as well. So anyways, lap 18, R.L. Leclerc is coming for his second stop. He did the 2-stop soft to soft, so he's behind us now. So these kind of people were fighting, who are getting by with the one stop, and now a lot of people on the medium tire now. We're pressing our advantage on the soft tire. HeroJokin and Bugatti come in for their second stops. They did the 2-stop as well. So we're up into 13th place and getting closer. You can see F1 Alonso there, and I believe I don't know if that's Combi or that's Kev. I think that's Kev that F1 Alonso was hunted. So that's our target here, and he's got by him. Lap 20 now. I was hunted for DRS for a long time. I was getting worried to Leclerc behind, but now we're fine. We're finally well within DRS range. Actually, we're basically right up his tail. So 12th place is looking decent. Again, another lockup by F1 Alonso. So you can see how difficult it is. I'd hate to use no anti-lock brakes on this track. It'd be awful. But anyways,
excellent. Right,
live radio.
Let's get this done. It's got fucking DRS, and that's keeping him ahead.
Right in
Matt
front.
sniffing
Send it.
the whole of our WRTR. And there it is. Go on, Matt.
Lick that stamp and send it, baby. Done.
Driver in front.
Woo! So a big move there on Kev. Didn't get it done the first time, but the second time got it done. So moves up into 12th and continue to chase F1 Alonso. We kind of kept it close, but just kind of that's. What's what the cars in front of me? He's gonna be catching these guys. He's basically pulling me along with him as well. That's what we're doing here basically. So as we are on lap 21 there. So a quiet first stint, but the second stint was always going to pick up in terms of activity. Lap 24, just you can see that's Alonso's 2.6 seconds ahead now. I know he's got a 3-second penalty as well at this stage as well, I believe. So again, but look at the cars in front of him. That's look at that gang. That's Darren Sinclair. That's who we're facing next. Lap 27. So, and there's Combi as well. So F1 also got by Combi as well. So they're both on mediums, and that's who I'm fighting for this race win. No, sorry, let me rephrase it. I'm fighting for in this race. I'm fighting those 4 positions. I thought a point now would have been possible. I think a point is getting close to being possible. I know there's penalties in front for some of these guys, so really pushing. Lap 28. I am absolutely fighting for my life to get even to P11 here. I was so determined to get by Combi. I was in the zone. I was really into it. Just when you're the predator as such, you're the chaser. You're the one hunting the cars behind. As RW is going to go wide, not going to move me up into 11. He's got a puncture. So, but when you're the car behind, you are just in it, and you're so in it, and kind of everything else you kind of tune out around you. I have my phone going off. Obviously, people chatting in the party about their racing and such, but just absolutely on it. But it looks like we're not close enough to get him close to a move. He's got DRS in front of him as well, which is helping him pull along kind of away from me. I am running 2.9 wings, so my front straight line speed isn't too bad. So again, I hope this last lap we can get him. I'd love to get this done on track for position, but I knew penalties were going to be a factor. Anyways, we're going to go into some some very brief live radio.
God, you bastards.
You see, I was really into it. I'm absolutely focused. I'm really into it. I really want to get this done. Last lap as well now, so so we're really into it. Coming up towards turn 9 and 10. Again, I'm going to have DRS, but so is Combi. And you see F1 Alonso. He's actually going to lose position to HeroJokin because of circumstances, aka cloudy balloons. So, anyways, you're going to hear it in the party. What's going to happen here though is Calsper's going to take out Scuba. You're probably going to hear it in the background. So that's going to cost him third. So anyways, but for us, we're just going to continue. I wasn't even focusing on that in the sense. I was so focused on just hitting everything I could, and you're going to hear it any second now. So anyways, I'm not going to turn it up because you'll hear it anyways. So we're going to be getting the position anyways from that, and I was super unlucky for Stephen, by the way, for Scuba. So it was rough to see that Mercedes right there facing that direction, but it is going to move us up, and we do get 8th place in the end on penalties. So, woo, nice. That's going to live radio there for the reaction. What a fucking drive! Come on, fucking work
Well done,
my
Graham.
ass off for that 8th place.
Well done, Graham.
Thank you. Good job, man. 4th place.
Cheers.
Whew. So I was obviously pumped. I know it
4
was.
tenths behind F1
Oops.
Alonso in the end. Damn it.
I was 6 tenths
Why
behind
did he lose
Combi in
this
6th.
Uh-oh.
I didn't mean to leave all this in, so anyways, we're going to turn that down. Anyway, so that's... We finished 8th, 6 tenths behind Combi in 6th, so... Puffrey's got a 20-second penalty for taking out Scuba, but Darren Sinclair got a 5-second time penalty removed, so we're going to stay in 8th. So that's fine. I was more than happy with that. Starting from P17, I thought that was a really good result. So... again, I thought I drove well, happy enough with it. Obviously, the pace in the first was always going to be a bit slow, and there are some quicker drivers behind me as well, like on mediums, like CR Mercedes, like F1 Alonso, like Perpetual Mobile. I think he was on mediums, so that was always going to be tough. But the second stint was much better, obviously, taking advantage, playing a long game, knowing that at first it's not going to work out for you, it's not going to be your race, but near the end, it's going to swing back in your favour, and that's what it did in the end. So unfortunately I didn't have enough time to make up on Combi and F1 Alonso, so that's a shame, but still happy enough with P8. My teammate got P4 in the end with the penalty, so Matt got 3rd, so good job for him, and good job to Calsper, medium pilot as well. So you can see the top 10, like look at the like 15s, like look at all that outside the top 10 finishing inside the top 10, so long game prevailed in the end. That's going to do it for Bahrain. Next up is China. So, until next time.